fucking game.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that
they say 1 o'clock. When they tell me I'll be there at 10:30, I ain't getting at no motherfucking 10:30. It's right up the road at Browns.
This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Now it's Lucky Whitehead on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here. At the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
No, check. Patriot!
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Flush to his right, and an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. First down, Mayfield. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
Jones, he'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Rosen will throw. No, bottled up. It's out. It's loose. And the Jags grab it. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, that maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, well, dry. Now you've got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
All right, here we go.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. And again, it's Mayfield. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when and told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Watch it now, Barney.
Play fake. Mayfield toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Mayfield to throw it. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And Zerline's kick is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. On 2nd down, Rosen. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Now this may be a free play here for Rosen. Going for the deep ball. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. The penalty helps a bit, but still 8 yards to go on 3rd down for this offense. Here's Rosen to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Following the interception, Mayfield over the middle to Kittle, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Rashad Perriman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Well, so it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Rosen again on 2nd and 10. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
36. Gun, 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 gun.
Mayfield on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Mayfield off the play fake. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit. Detroit.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Taking a shot for Samuel. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Rosen just getting the snap off at 1. He's going to air one out. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The first red zone opportunity for the Titans. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Now Jones. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Rosen. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down.
I know where we're headed on this. Terrific catch, gets his feet down, sets up a 4th down and short situation. But I bet we're wondering, why didn't he get to the first down marker running his route? Am I correct?
You got to know where the marker is, right?
Got to figure it out. I know every receiver is taught that. Sometimes circumstances change it. At least they have an opportunity to make a decision with not much yardage to go.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. Whitehead, the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. Taking a shot for Samuel. He's got him in, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 32 that time. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Mayfield now. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Now the rookie from NC State, this is Nyheim Hines. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Gun! Set! Green 39! Green 39!
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Second down, Mayfield. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. Here comes Bruce Ellington on the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And the Titans getting set to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. That's the first NFL touchdown in the career of DJ Moore, as his guys are back within a single score. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
Elliott now to kick this one away. Whitehead, the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Gone! Leopard! Here we go now. 3-19.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Now let's go. Green 39.
Throwing, Mayfield. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Blue 90.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And that might be Titan football. It is. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
They'll pitch it out to Jones. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Now Rosen. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. He's going to wind up and air it out. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken very short. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis. The Bills, they are just continuing to pour it on. And we'll be sure to keep an eye on that one as we go along here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. That's caught inside the 20. A big play that time for the Titans. 53 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now Rosen looking to throw. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Back there to that Philly. Here we go.
Rosen to throw on 3rd down. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Whitehead, the return. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Detroit!
A second down throw for Mayfield. A look over the middle, and he's got Perriman. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here we go now. 3-19.
To throw, Mayfield. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Lucky 56. Gone.
First down, Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And this is caught inside the 5. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Rashawn Perriman, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. Zerline good with a PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead. Zerline out now to kick this one away. Now it's Ellington to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
On first down, it's Rosen. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Aaron Donald in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
On second down, Rosen. And it's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Titans on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. From the gun, it's Rosen. Looking deep downfield. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
He'll be hard-pressed to match that one. That a 65-yard punt. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. They'll start on the ground with Hines. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Here we go now. Blue line.
pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Here's Ryan Allen now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Ellington now to return it. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Williams. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position. Now a second down throw for Mayfield. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
A first down throw for Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Rosen off the play action. He sets the fire deep. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Rosen to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
I always laugh when I see guys like Deron Payne play because their ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage, to find weak spots in the offensive front and get upfield and make plays. That's what they call playing the piano in the NFL. Those guys who can move it and then get to the quarterback.
Returnable here from the 38. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again.
And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hurry up, here we go. Boom!
Mayfield looks to throw. Full right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
He's going to get it running right. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Here's Hines on a toss play. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And Zerline's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And with this deficit,
You can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's something out there. There got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Rosen again on 2nd and 10. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
The Titans on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. He's going to look deep down the field. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20, not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Mayfield now on 2nd down. And this one is incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now Mayfield. That is caught. It's Perriman. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there at 22. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. T.J. Watt in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hot.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Mayfield to throw. And that is incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last.
And got his man complete. And all the way to the opposite 48. A big play that time for the Titans. And even 50 yards. Rosen to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Leopard!
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Ronald Jones with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Titans have made this a 1-score game. Elliott good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So with just a second to play, we'd have to see something crazy here for them to have a chance. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, this was a good one. Excitement all the way to the end. You had the points, and then they were hoping for the miracle there on the onside kick. Couldn't get it recovered, and that was your ball game.
And I'm of the opinion that any time you actually do recover an onside kick, it almost is a miracle. It takes so many things going right to make it happen. It didn't in this case, and they walk off a victor.
So for Jacksonville, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the New York Jets come to town. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.